Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life of Mercedes. Today we are going to do a weekend recap. So this past weekend on Friday, Brandon and I had mac and cheese for dinner and some sausage and homemade applesauce. We also watched the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. We actually watched the whole thing. I had seen that it was advertised, but I hadn't really given it that much thought. I'm not a boxing fan personally. And Brandon had said Friday night, he's like, hey, I want to check this out. And I could tell he wanted to watch it. So I was like, it's okay, sweetheart, let's just watch it. It's, totally cool. So we watched the entire thing. And even though I'm not really a sports fan, if a contact sport is on, I will get into it, and I do know quite a bit. And so I was telling Brandon, of course I'm one of those people that's yelling at the TV like, move your feet, what are you doing, jab, so we got a kick out of that. And then on Saturday we had brunch with my family. Once a month we have brunch with my parents and my siblings and their significant others and my nieces and nephews. And so we went and did that. And I've mentioned before, I have 4 nieces and nephews, 2 nieces and 2 nephews. And Brandon's got 2 nieces and 2 nephews, but they live in North Carolina with his sister. But my one niece is only 10 weeks old, and I got lots of baby time, and she's just adorable and gorgeous, and she's got so much head and neck strength, and she's just so alert. She's just got these giant eyes, and she's just staring you down. So I got lots and lots of baby time. And my one nephew, he's just talking so much, and it's not funny, but it is in a way. So I don't get that much time with my nieces and nephews. So like when a little kid's talking and you're around them all the time, you know exactly what they're saying, or you have a vague idea, versus I'm like trying to keep up with him. So he had this big scratch on his face, and my sister was like, tell your auntie what happened. And he's like, it basically said like the nugget, I thought he said I got in a fight with a nugget, and I think he did. Don't quote me on that. And I was like, what, sweetheart? You got in a fight with a nugget? I said, and my niece, who is his older sister, so there's an older niece and a younger niece, but my older niece, she's only in kindergarten, so she's little too. And I said, were you and her fighting over the last chicken nugget? And we're laughing, and they have a thing called a nugget, and some of you, if you're parents, you might know this. It's basically like a beanbag couch thing, and it folds into like a bed and a couch and and it's big and it's green, and it reminds me of like a beanbag, but you can flip it to go into different formations. And basically the gist of it was him and my other niece were playing, and he ended up with a scratch. And so I thought he had gotten in a fight over the last chicken nugget or something. So of course Aunt Mercedes made it more dramatic than what it was. And he was just so cute. And then I was holding the baby, and he goes, I thought he said, that's my mean sister. And I was like, the baby is mean to you? And my sister was like, no, he's saying that's me and Sissy. That's what he calls his other sister, the older one. Sissy, that's our baby sister. And I was like, oh, this is your baby sister, and she's just so cute, and I bet you're so nice to her and help with her and blah, blah, blah. And I have another nephew who's still pretty small. He just turned 1 in May. And I was like, what about him? And he's, anyway. They are so cute. Oh, and my youngest nephew, the one I was just talking about, who just turned 1 in May, when my sister got to the house, I was already there. I was at my parents' house, and so I was like, honey, come here, let me see you. And he's acting all shy and, under my sister's leg, And I was trying to feed him because, you know, the kids are just playing and stuff, and you know how that goes. It's like if you can get them to take a bite of a couple of things in between playing, you've won. So my sister's kids love bacon. They just love, love, love bacon. So his name is Teddy. So I was like, he can have bacon, right? Because I just wanted to double check because he's still little and I don't know all the rules with teeth and choking and all that kind of stuff. And she goes, oh yeah, you can have bacon. And I go, Teddy, I've got bacon. And he was like 2 rooms away and he hauled it like, and I was like, here. And my mom has these warmers to keep the food warm. And so I got a piece of bacon and I'm blowing on it so to make sure it's not hot. And I get down to his level and I was like, okay, honey, we got to blow. I was like, because it's hot. It might be hot. And it was cooled down, but I was, you know. And so I hand it to him. And as I'm handing it to him, he goes, and it was just so adorable. I don't get enough time with them. They're just precious. But anyway, that was enough about brunch. So had a really good time with the family, and then Brandon and I went over to his grandpa's house, and Brandon helped mow his grandpa's grass, and then Brandon and I went on our Saturday walk, and we actually got Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner last night. We went on our walk, and Brandon needed a haircut, so he called his hair guy and was like, hey, can you fit me in? And so when we were waiting for our turn at the barber, Brandon was like, I'm really in the mood for Buffalo Wild Wings, and it's actually across the street from the barber. And I was like, heck yeah, I love wings just in general. So we did a to-go order, so then when we were done at the barber, we went and picked up our Buffalo Wild Wings, and we just watched some TV and hung out. And then today, Sunday, Brandon goes to work for a couple of hours, and then I woke up, and you know, we just kind of did our morning, like, hey, how was your work, and what do you want to do today, and you know, just our time to like connect and kind of regroup about like, okay, how do we want to spend our Sunday. And then we went to Walgreens to go couponing, and his aunt called and said that she made some beef stew and for us to come and get some, and she actually lives down the road from the Walgreens. So we do that quite frequently on Sundays, where she'll have us come over and pick up leftovers, or she cooks something for us or whatever. So we went to Walgreens and did the coupon deals, which I already posted. Then we went to Taco Bell for lunch, and then we went to Dollar Tree for a little visit. Brandon was like, oh, do you want to go to Dollar Tree? And I was like, oh, well, I don't really need anything. And then I was thinking about it while we were having lunch, and I was like, honey, can we go to Dollar Tree? I was like, I'm gonna be real sad if we don't get to go. And he was like, of course I'll take you. So he was laughing because it's totally something that I would do, like, I didn't get to go, I'll be real sad, you know, like just me being dramatic, I guess, like cutesy, I don't know. So then we went over to his grandpa's house, and we picked up the beef stew, and we played with the dog, and we talked to Aunt Jenny and Pap, and just kind of hung out with them for a little bit. And then we came home, did some laundry. You guys can probably hear it, I'm still working on laundry. And we had dinner, and we watched a documentary, and just kind of spend the evening together. And Brandon is in bed, and I am doing my stuff that I like to do. I'm going to be watching some TV while I'm working on folding some laundry. And that's really it for the weekend recap. Some fun stuff coming up next weekend, so I will talk to you guys about that then. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life of Mercedes. Until next time, guys, bye.